Hey everyone, we are here with Gaurav Rane. He'll be sharing his experience with us, like how was his life after appearing for GRE till today. Welcome Gaurav.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you too. I remember that you just told me before this video that you gave your GRE after second year.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
you were all set till your final year. Like,
Right.
what was the source of inspiration that made you give GRE?
So the reason being, I wanted some kind of a graduate degree after my bachelor's because it was very clear that bachelor's degree wasn't enough for me. Like my sister was already in like IT industry, and she had already told me what are the pros and cons of working in India. And yeah, that helped me. I mean, I gave my GRE, TOEFL, all these exams at the end of the second year and the beginning of the third year of my bachelor's degree, and I got enough time to prepare for selecting my universities, preparing my applications, and like yeah, writing letter of recommendations, SOPs, and all that stuff. So it gave me like good time, and I was all set before even graduating, before even doing my bachelor's degree.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty smooth and awesome. Like you gave your exams, you had time, and then you had time for rest, like family
Yeah.
meets and everything. Like,
It was a very good experience since I had planned like everything since from my second year. So that really helped. I did not like kind of hesitate and like rushed into like the process. It was really nice in that way.
how did you find the coursework of these international universities when I compare it to Indian engineering colleges?
Yes, it's totally different. In India, more emphasis is given on theoretical knowledge, but like here, it is all like applications and like how do we write applications, how do we basically program and all that stuff. It's more practical. You are given assignments, projects, and there are basically very few courses that demands like exams. So that was really nice. It was like something different as compared to the Mumbai University curriculum. And it was great. I mean, I got a lot of hands-on experience, and that actually helped me in now working in my work life.
In one of our video, we have also heard that there is no exam at times if the professor wants. Have you ever experienced something like that?
Yes, that's true. The professor in universities that are here, the professor is like the sole responsible person for deciding how the grading is supposed to be done and like what marks are supposed to be given to. The pattern is totally dependent on the professor. So it is not like the universities in India where there is like a fixed pattern of like grading students. Here the professor, if he feels like the entire marks or weightage should be given on a single project, even that's allowed. Like, so it is very flexible. Professors understand like how the students are actually performing, and then they decide accordingly.
Everything depends upon the professor.
Yeah, that's true. And it is a really good way because like the professor really understands like the mentality of students, and the projects or the assignments are such that they actually challenge you, but at the same time you do want to learn like a lot. So it helps you in that way. I think all Indian universities should start adopting that pattern. It's like a really good pattern to learn actually. Yeah.
Let's hope so that happens.
Yes, fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Okay. Since you gave your GRE so early, I don't think you would have waited to come to US after doing a job in India.
Yeah, that's true. So yes, that's very true. Though I had got a job in India, and I had given on-campus interviews, but I felt like I should just go immediately because like I didn't want to wait. I wanted to continue that education that was going on. Like, I mean, I did my bachelor's. I just wanted to do another degree and then maybe just start my job. It's a trade-off. Like, people who actually do their jobs in India and then they come have a little advantage over people like me because like they are a little experienced. They know how to write like good applications, and they've worked on like interesting projects. So it's a little easier for them, but for me it was like a little tough. But that still doesn't changes anything. I mean, I still saved a lot of years, and I mean, it's really good working here. So
And he has a job that the normal person has who has worked in India for a year or two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, so I just saved my years. So in that way. But it was a little tough, like when trying to do my masters. So I mean, you have a trade-off.
So there are pros, cons.
Yeah, that's true.
You haven't worked in India, so I don't know if this question is for you or not, but we would like to compare the work culture of India versus US.
Yes, I mean, yeah, frankly, I'm not a good person to answer this question. But what I've heard from my friends and colleagues, I think the work culture here is pretty awesome. I don't want to like disrespect the work culture there in India, but yes, people in India work really hard. They work really long hours, and I guess they have a problem with the pay. And I guess this is not the case here. I mean, you do work for a limited number of hours, but you put in like your best in that, and you get paid really well. People actually don't want to interfere with your personal life. They give you your space. I mean, if you're working from 9 to 5, no one is going to ask you after 5, like, hey, can you just work on this small thing? I mean, people just are going to continue working the next day. I mean, it's not a big deal. But I guess in India it is, so...
That's
I mean,
nice.
Yeah, in that way it is good. And plus, approaching senior management is like really, really good here. Like you can really stop someone. Like even if the CEO of your company comes in your corridor or is in your lift, the same lift, you can even talk to him for a few moments. He wouldn't say no. So that's how really comfortable the work culture here is. I seriously don't know about like the work culture in India. Like I mean, but that's how I've observed and like listened to.
So is it so easy to break the ice with your CEOs or managers without?
There's one interesting example. I even played like poker with my CEO. That I mean, you never hear such things in India. And these events are actually held to kind of create like the smoothness or to help employees not to hold back and just like be friendly, create a friendly atmosphere.
Oh.
So that is pretty cool, I guess.
Yeah, that sounds pretty cool.
Yeah.
Playing poker.
Yeah, and getting tips from the CEO, man. What else can you imagine?
Three advice if I ask you for the students who are planning to come to US and have their educations, have their masters done in US.
Yes. So my first advice for them would be just don't hold back. Just give in your best. Like I mean, I know you're always hesitant to like go to a different country, like ask these questions, approach some professors. I mean, just don't think a lot. Like they are very nice people, and everyone is here to help you. So just don't hold back. Just go for it. Just give like, just try your best and like.
Just go for it.
Yeah. The second advice would be try to make good connections with people. It helps in the long run. Try to create interesting profiles on LinkedIn and like try to communicate well with like others, even your colleagues for that matter. You never know like who might help you in like the future. So that's my second advice to you. And the third advice is like just be mentally very tough. So life is not easy here. Basically no one ever tells you like what are you supposed to do. It's not just studies, it's about like managing your house, paying your bills, cooking, and like doing all sorts of stuff that you would never imagine in your life. And plus to do studies with it, it's like really tough. But don't lose heart. I mean, just keep your patience and like keep going, and it's not that easy. And I think if you follow these advices, you would have a great journey.
That was Gaurav. Thank you, Gaurav, to share your experience. So we were in Queens, New York with Gaurav Rane, who shared his experience. It means a lot to our viewers. Thank you, Gaurav.
Pleasure is all mine.
Yeah, pleasure is all yours. So if you have any queries, you can go to www.knowledgehat.com and write to us.